Do we really need an architect for planning drawings? Or do we need an architect full stop? I don't know. All I know is when we built the pub, I wanted to go for planning. I didn't want to go to permitted development because we could have done a permitted development, it would have been alright, but Dave probably wouldn't have been able to stand up in the back of it. It would have been very tight. So I was like, well, we might as well go for planning because even if we did build a permitted development, and then one of our neighbours complained, we're in the chances of someone going, oh, it needs to be ripped down. So like, just get planning. Like it's not that big a deal. I did the designs myself. I didn't, I wouldn't say that I did them that well. I did them on Excel actually, and then I did them on PowerPoint, and I followed all of the instructions on the planning portal. They weren't hard to do. I think I paid the fee of 350 quid for the planning application. Um, and yeah, it flew through planning. Um, it didn't fly through actually. That's a total that's wrong. I had to. They come back to me and said my letter was invalid, and then my heart sinking to be like, oh god, what's happened? And then they turned around and said, oh, you just need to add a scale bar. Great, add a scale bar. Added a scale bar, put it in, and then a couple of they put the notice up at the front. One of my neighbours come around to have a little look and go, oh, what you building? And I was like, yeah, it's just there, our base was there for it. And he's, oh, it's not going to affect me. I was like, no, not going to affect you. It's just a games room. Um, and then a few weeks later, we got it granted. Um, it wasn't scary. I spoke to the planning department a couple of times. They were really friendly, really helpful. Um, and it's just made me think, like, do I really need an architect for my extension? I don't think I do, but we will see. Again, I might be in for a rude awakening and think that I need one. I had one architect tell me that if I want to do the suite, obviously we've got to take the crown roof off and maybe I'll do a couple of gable ends, and he could do those drawings for me for £3,000. I was like, oh wow, 3,000. Oh, and if you want to do the 2-story, my fees are going to double. Wow, what, 6 grand? 6 grand for just drawings on an extension. And let's get it right, yeah. So what happens, I believe, when you employ an architect is you employ an architect and they go and build something beautiful. They put glass everywhere and go, oh, look how amazing this is. And you go, oh, lovely, but you know what? You can't afford to build it. Yeah? So I am doing things a little bit backward. I am going, well, what do I like? What do I want to do? What do I need? And then I'm going, right, well, I'll cost it up. I'll see whether I can actually afford to build it before I go for planning. Because why would I go for planning on something that I want to build if I can't afford to build it? So yeah, going back to whether I will need an architect to do my drawing, I don't think I will need an architect to do my drawing. I think I can, even if I need to buy the CAD software, it's not that expensive. I know how to use CAD. I could do CAD software, but I'm going to see whether I can get my extension on my house through planning the way that I did it with the pub. Um, Again, happy to document this, not really bothered if I get it wrong, if I lose a bit of money. It's just a learning curve. It's a learning curve that I want to share with people to see if they could do it as well. And again, equally, if I could do it for myself, can I do it for you? That would be a chargeable fee, of course. But even then, sometimes, looking at the pub, like, let's get it right. If I did the drawings for someone else at the pub and you wanted to do your planning application, I can do the planning application with you. You pay the fee, the 350 quid, whatever it is. But if you want my designs, I'm going to copy and paste them. So I'm not going to charge you a lot for copying and pasting, am I? Well, I know I'm not going to charge you a lot for copying and pasting. So it's worth a chat. If you did want to talk about that, again, I wouldn't let anyone gamble with me doing their drawings for the extension until I've done mine. And even then, I'm not going to gamble I think it's gone up to like 600 quid now for planning applications, or it is in April. I'm not going to gamble with my money, the £600. I'm going to do a pre-application with the council, which is only 100. But that means I can submit my plan, my ideas, and I put it across, and then it just means I get a bit of feedback before I go and actually submit my planning application. Excuse the seagulls, they're beautiful, living in Brighton, and I'm just this background. This background I thought would be fun. So yeah, I lost my train of thought. I'm going to do that a lot probably. So yeah, if I do the pre-application with the council and see what they're going to say, I might spin for the rude awakening there. They go, "Oh, your drawings aren't good enough. We can't have these just silly little line drawings." But surely, if I do silly little line drawings and I put the scale bar and it shows how I'm going to do the roof and it talks about the materials I'm going to use and the external finishes, why does it need to be that complicated? Again, do I really need an architect? I don't think I do. But follow me, figure out whether I've got it right or wrong or not. Um, I say I am I'm open and willing to be proved wrong, but everything in me saying I don't need one. And if I save myself £6, not paying for one, fabulous. An architect. So yeah. I have gone into full details on my website in my post, which is labelled "Do We Really Need an Architect?" About how I think I can build my extension. I have my plan, how I built the pub, that I think I might be able to get through planning, but I will do that pre-planning application and see whether my Mickey Mouse line drawings will get me anywhere. I might lose £100, but again, I'm willing to share whether I can do it or not. If I can get it through planning, I'm going to save myself £6,000 not using an architect. So, I'm lucky in the sense that I have this experience that everyone else probably does need an architect. I've been building. I know how to build things. So I found a really, really amazing website, which I was just like, oh my god. It's called Building Bricks to Plan. And once I've done my planning drawings and got my structural engineer to sort of figure out what I'm going to do, like I said, I'm doing it backwards to cost up whether I can afford to build it before I go for planning. Because what's the point if I can't build it, if I can't design something I can't afford to build? What's the point? But yeah, this Building Bricks to Plan has all of my building bricks drawings. I'm really excited to do this. But yeah, I have gone into full details about the trades that I need, how I think I'm going to be able to do it. So yeah, have a little look through that if you do want to be nosy. Again, if someone sort of said to me, "So can you come and do an extension?" No, I've not done it before. I want to document mine. I want to, again, see if I can do it. If I can do it, then yes, I will be able to do your extension for you. I am not doing my extension until April next year. I have over a year to plan. And I know that sounds crazy, but that's what I mean. The current build culture is, "Oh, we've got this, you want me to build it?" Yeah, okay, I'll come and build it. But what happens then?